When you bite into this chicken Manchurian, guys, it's tender, juicy. The batter gives it that perfect texture. The sauce, which is the star of the show, is a perfect blend of spicy flavors, tanginess, and a touch of sweetness. Believe me, this is every bit as good as Takeout, and by now you probably want to make this up, so let's get started making the batter by throwing half a cup of all-purpose flour into a mixing bowl, followed by a quarter cup of cornstarch, a teaspoon or two of chili powder depending how chili-ish you want it, then about a teaspoon of salt, the world's most traded seasoning, as I always say, a teaspoon or two of ground black pepper, another teaspoon of this handy dandy ginger. I always get the stuff in the jar, but you can make it from scratch too. The same amount of minced garlic. Like I say, you can crush this too. And last but not least, an egg. Let's get cracking here. Okay, now it is time to grab up a little bit of water and pour it in and begin whisking, and we're going to pour that water in a little bit at a time because we want that batter perfecto. A little bit more water and keep on whisking. Now you might be saying, how much water do I add in? Well, I always tell my fellow home cooks and students, it's a matter of personal preference how you want that batter. It's not what other people think, it's what you think, and that's the whole point to cooking. And just remember, you want that batter so it just sticks to the chicken. Too thin, it just runs off, and too thick, it globs, so you be the boss. Mine, as far as I'm concerned, is perfect just about like this, and if you do insist on a measurement, this is about 2/3 of a cup of water. Of course, if it's too thick, add a little more water. If it's too thin, add a little more flour. Then grab up 2 large boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And what I usually do is slice them down the center and then slice them the other way, and that makes good bite-sized chunks. But of course, you can slice them the way you want. Notice I'm wearing my handy dandy gloves here, and $16 at Costco gets you a big box of these, and I use them for cleaning, working on my vehicles, preparing food, whatever. Now go ahead and grab up that chicken and throw it into the batter we just made. Give it a slosh around and massage it into the batter so the chicken is completely covered, and chickens like massages. Next up, some oil into a pan over medium-high heat, and you want to heat this up to about 350 Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius. Grab up some of that ever so delicious chicken into the oil, and we're going to fry this up until it is a beautiful, beautiful golden brown. And of course, as you're frying up, you're going to do that toss and turn and do some of that TLC so it cooks evenly on all sides. And just look at this becoming a beautiful golden brown, guys. After frying, grab that chicken up and place it on a wire rack to drain any of that excess oil off. Next up, we're going to make up our sauce by adding some oil to a fresh pan over medium-high heat. Add in a chopped green bell pepper, and you want this fairly coarsely chopped because it does look good. Followed by a red bell pepper because you must have that red and green. Followed by 2 chopped chili peppers, and if you're a dragon, you can add more. And half a small chopped onion. Grab up that handy dandy spoon and stir and fry this until those peppers begin to soften and that onion becomes a little bit translucent. And oh, this smells so good. And you know, you're going to call me certifiably crazy here, but I can literally smell those chili peppers frying. Now, in with another teaspoon of minced garlic. Same amount of ginger again. And once again, stir and saute until that onion and garlic activates. So, yummy. In with 2 tablespoons of upside down French's ketchup. Now, it doesn't have to be upside down, and it doesn't have to be French's. Followed by a tablespoon of soy sauce, a teaspoon of sugar, and if you want it sweeter, you can add more. A good hit of ground black pepper. Now, I'm not using salt because we already used soy sauce, and that's enough sodium. Now, 1/3 of a cup of water. Give it a stir just to see how everything looks, and if you don't think it's liquidy enough, add in a little bit more water. Of course, bring this to a boil. Now to thicken things up, we're going in with a tablespoon of cornstarch mixed with 2 tablespoons of water. Give this a stir around, and look how everything is thickening up, guys. This is looking absolutely fantastic. And just check this out, my friends. This is really the star of the show. Now our sauce is all made up, back in with that ever so delicious chicken. And of course, give it a good stir and toss around until that chicken is completely covered with that sauce. Oh my, this is looking good. Go ahead and serve this up. Oh my goodness, guys. And this is so great served over a bed of hot steaming rice. But I'm not going to do that today because I am watching my carbs. And of course, I'll let you know how I make out with that one. And of course, we've got to add those final touches by garnishing this up with some chopped green onions. And there she be, ladies and gentlemen, our ever so delicious chicken Manchurian. You must try this and you will never do takeout again. Well, not for a while. And as always, guys, if you are hungry for more, like and subscribe.